I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Busy and Beyonce rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Busy and Beyonce rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to do this video because we're going to be talking about some really cool products. Melolops just recently launched her collection, which by the way I went to the launch party. It was an awesome opportunity to meet un montón de gente de Puerto Rico que hace makeup. So fucking turned. And not just that, you also met models and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly I just wanted to take a moment to talk about these awesome makeup products by Melolops. So on the site you can find, just links to shop everything, all the products that are displayed. So the collection consisted of 3 major products, which were the eyeshadow palette, the neon pigments, which by the way, I feel like no big brand has done neon pigments, and it's weird because it's a really big trend right now, which is why haven't they gotten on it? And I feel like smaller companies, for example Melolops, have really gotten on that. So I think that's really cool, especially since algo puertorriqueño, we should definitely support that. You can get the Radioactive palette for $20 individually, which I think is such a freaking affordable price for a palette. For this palette, that is very inexpensive. You get the mini water ink set, which are 8 colors. You get a UV flashlight, which is awesome because I think a lot of companies just sell neon pigments, and then they don't what if you don't have a UV and you can't actually see how bright the colors can be? I already have one. I even brought it to the party and stuff just to be Now I want to show y'all what I got, which is obviously the palette. I think it's the most unique thing about it, especially the art. I really like the cover art and the font and everything. I'm just a sucker for that kind of stuff. And then you got the palette as well, and look at those freaking colors. It is a rainbow palette. She said herself that she wanted just a full rainbow palette. So let's do swatches, shall we? Alright, so the first one we're swatching is Volt, which is this white kind of metallic shade right here. At first sight, I literally thought it was just a matte white. And then I saw it was shimmer, a white shimmer. And I was okay. And then it's literally what I'm using as a highlight right now. And I have a problem with white highlights because se ven chalky. I don't know, I'm a medium tone, so usually white highlighters do not look good on me. But this one just melted in with my blush and my bronzer, and I really liked it. I honestly think it has a really pretty green shimmer. So next up is the shade Atomic. I really love this pink. Okay, my swatches are not the prettiest, but they show pigment, so that's really the important thing here. Next up we got the shade Ultraviolet right here. It is that really pretty purple shade. Ooh! And ooh. That shit is so pretty. Honestly, I kind of used it for a base, but that's honestly it's a UV, it's one of the neons. I'll show you guys that later. Okay, so next one is this one, Rays. Honestly, oh my god, why are my swatches so ugly? I really like the Rays because it's a very vibrant, it's not a warm yellow. It's como que amarillo tirando un poquito más a verde que your standard yellow. Alright, so next up we got X-Ray, which is this very metallic as fuck. It's not even silver, it's just metallic as hell. Silver Surfer who? The fuck? That is, oh my god, that's so shimmery, honest to god. Alright, next up is Cosmic, which is this really pretty blue here. I kind of used it a bit to underline my lash line. Next up is Toxic, which is this matte black. Alright, next up is one of my absolute favorite shades. I really love this infrared shade. It is so friggin' pretty, and I love I am such a big fan of red eyeshadows, and it is so hard to find an eyeshadow that's not it's not almost pink or it's not almost orange. This is a pretty warm red, but it's not orange. It is notably not orange because there's an orange shade beneath it and it does not look, orange. Alright, now we're going to the last row, which is composed of this color here called Light. It is metallic gold. That's it's kind of not a dirty gold, but it is a pretty yellow gold. Now I raved about this color so much. It is this teal shade, which I think is like so unique and so pretty. And I think other than the red, it is probably my favorite shade. It is called Element. Wow. The next one is Slime. It is such a pretty green too, because it's like a light green. It's not like a really, it's not like a forest green. It's also not like a lime. Look at that, and it's so pigmented. Alright, and the last shade is Beam, which is like a really pretty orange. Wow. Bitch. It is such a pretty orange. I am such a sucker for orange. Okay, the other swatches were really ugly. I guess I got the hang of it at the end or something, but yeah, that is the palette. You can tell that she really like wanted to have like a really pretty rainbow palette. Yes, I'm holding it upside down. But yeah, and she really achieved that. And like honestly, just my favorite ones are definitely the pink, the teal, and the red. Alright, so you have your 8 shades of the pigments. They come in a lot of shades like Atomic, Rays, Beam, Radiant, Slime, Cosmic, Ultraviolet, and Infrared. And those names are pretty reminiscent of like the shade names in the palette. You got the pink shade, and this is Atomic, and it is so pretty. You got like the violet one, which is in Ultraviolet, I think. It is way more vibrant for like a neon, like your typical neon pigments. I actually think it's pretty much like way more vibrant, because like to capture purple and under UV light is pretty hard, because obviously like ultraviolet light is already ultraviolet. And yes, I am using these 3 on my eye look today. You can see just a pop of Atomic, a lot of Beam used right here in the middle shade, and a lot of ultraviolet. And then finally, let's talk about the water inks. Okay, so I think this is pretty much the most unique product out of the whole collection. I think this is really cool. I've heard about these like for other things, like in theater and stuff like that, but this is neon. Like this is a neon pigment water ink. So I think that's pretty unique. I don't think like a lot of people have this out there right now. What I did was actually just like take the cap off and fill it with like water and stuff, and then put it on my table, and I dipped it in the water first, and then I dipped it into the water ink. Like any other liner, put it on. Honestly, I think that's pretty cool, because like with pigments in general, it's pretty hard to like, you know, actually get like a liner look, at least for me. But I think the water ink is such a good idea, because you can get really creative with it without like having it crack, because I've used regular like white liner as a base and it looks kind of cracked. And like that's not a problem you're gonna have with the water inks, which I think is super cool. Alright, so I created 3 looks using all of the products. This first look is using just the shade Element. And see, all I used for that one was just like 1 shade and just a bit of other products, but like it's so simple. See, like I love using just 1 shade, and that shade is probably one of my favorites, like I said. I always picture like activities by the beach and stuff, and I feel like this look is kind of like what I would wear to like, you know, sunset summer, being at the beach, but like at a villa type of thing. The second look is this orange liner. It's like, oh my god, honestly, this orange, like it looks orange in regular light, but in UV light it looks so vibrant, like a warm yellow. And then I added the pigment on it, so it looks a little like pinker. I think both looks were pretty cool, but then I did this Pride look. I was kind of like, I don't know, because everything has been done for Pride, so I was like, what do I do? And honestly, you guys have seen me in like rainbow looks before. Since she said it was a rainbow palette, I really wanted to use like all the colors in that rainbow palette, so what better excuse to do a rainbow look than with this palette. Infrared for the red. I used Beam in the palette's shade and also the neon pigment. I used Rays, Element. I used Slime to blend in a bit. I used Ultraviolet, of course. I used a little Cosmic to line my lower waterline. I used the ultraviolet pigment and the ultraviolet shade from the palette, and I used Atomic, but then I put a little bit of Volt, and whoa, look at that. Like I love that like white Beam, which is also here on my brow bone and my cheek highlight. So now we're gonna play a little with this light, and we're gonna see how they look underneath this light. So yeah, this is how it looks, but like just so you can see like how vibrant these are. If you have ultraviolet pigments, you should definitely like buy one of these because then you can see like your messes. At the party you could see like a lot of people had like specks that you can't see in like regular light, and that's why I try to do my makeup with this as much as possible and like just correct it if I'm at the party with the UV lights and stuff. Now as a whole, I think this whole collection is amazing. I really think it's pretty cool to like make a whole collection based on like, you know, neon and like, you know, it's a trend right now, but it's a pretty cool trend, and like she got really creative with it. Now the pressed pigment palette, it isn't like UV sensitive, but I think it's pretty cool because then like you can just use it for whatever. And honestly, I just want to thank her because like the opportunity to go into her party and stuff, that was amazing. Like I got to meet more people than like I already follow, and honestly like what she said at her party was pretty legit.
Era poder también traer a todos los maquillistas que yo pudiera a este un spot para que todos nosotros para que nos podamos unir más como un colectivo y poder tener una comunidad súper saludable de gente que podamos colaborar y que sea súper fun nuestra comunidad de make-up.
Lo voy a decir en español. Yo siento que como que la comunidad de make-up en Puerto Rico como que puede ser un poquito a veces tóxica. Como que sentimos que tenemos que competir, o como que like si como que no le dio like a mis cosas, o como que se copió de mi look, cosas así. Como que like I feel like we should really stop that and focus on like talents and creating really cool stuff like this and creating content. And like I think it was pretty cool that we all got the chance to like, you know, compartir and just like have fun celebrating the awesomeness of makeup. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this look. I am on Facebook as a page, this is my makeup page where I post all of my makeup stuff. The post about this video will be up there if you want to go like it. And I also have merch. I just do stickers and art and jewelry and stuff like that that we being me and my mom sell. So like go check that out at Arts. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching.